they still gotta play us. Let's go, baby. Woo!
Hey, don't run that ball on the one Hubbard, showed you how that go down. Feeling like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. And we always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Giuseppe in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi second year, we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunipole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. Home of some of the best wings around. That's right, it is Midwest Best. That's Meyer. I'm going to get that up here. Try this again. There you go. Midwest Best Barbecue. And if you have not been to Midwest Best Barbecue, I ask you this all the time. Why the hell not? Get out there, get you some CTB wings, some Uno wings, some G-Funk, the newest ones, the Dillinator wings. I know Zim, my guest today, has had all those. I don't think he's had the Dillinator wings yet. I don't know if he's been in town. I have to ask him about that, but they're all delicious. Make sure you check them out. Tell Tim Nicole Ice sent you. And the show is also brought to you by Meyer Door and Windows. Check them out there at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. Also, my West Side peeps, if you're looking for a cool little local bar, check out Hail Mary's. It's your ticket to the game. They got big-ass TV screen, free parking, beer specials, food trucks, and it's an awesome little place right there in the heart of Cheviot. That's it. It's Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Now, I finally am able to hold on a second. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to bring Zim in on this because he's going to be with us too. Well, me too. So let's get to Zim first before we do the big announcement. Come on. What's up, Zim?
How you doing, Joe?
Good, brother. Nice to see you, man. Looking all smooth and pretty there. The hair's looking good. I like it.
I always do wear a hat. Somebody asked me the other day, I was like, why you always wearing a hat? I was like, I don't know. I just got a lot of hats.
Everybody always asks me that. When I don't have a hat on, they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. But like we got a pretty cool thing that we get to announce that I'm proud to announce that you're going to be a part of too. But it is our pregame tailgate. It's the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell Club at Moorline Lager House, the pregame experience. I'm excited to be a part of it. We're going to be there 3 hours before every Bengals home game. If you guys are interested, the link to the site is on in the chat. I'll bring it up here real quick. You guys can see this. There's the link. There's all the tickets and everything are down at the bottom. You can scroll down and let me get over here. You look through here. See it all. Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell Moorline Lager House pregame experience.
Ooh.
Yeah, look, it's all official and everything. So all I got to do right down here where it says tickets. See that right there? Go there and you guys can get your tickets. It's going to be an open bar, Moorline food, access to former Bengal players. My boy Zim's going to be there a couple times. I mean, how excited are you about this, Zim?
I'm super excited about it. Like it's for a great cause. Everything what is super dope. I think anybody watching this too that you want to do something special before the game. I know on the show we're going to get into the big announcement about the opening game.
Yes, sir.
But this is now a big week. So you don't want to be out there looking, how can I get in this bar? How can I get in there? Whatever. Just come hang out with me and Jeff. We're going to do something real special. This pregame experience at the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell Club. I think it's going to be at Moorland Lager House or whatever. I think it's going to be a really, really great event. And I think that you would be really cool if you came too. So if you're watching this, go to the site and go buy a ticket.
Exactly. And portions of the proceeds go to charity too as well. So you're not only having fun, drinking delicious Moorline beer, eating their delicious food, having fun, hanging out with me and Zim. Also, Bengal Captain's going to be there too as well. But you're also contributing to charity and helping people. And hey, what could be better than that, man?
And what could be? Oh well, an open bar.
Open bar, yeah, exactly. Open bar's pretty good. I like the open bar. I take advantage of those sometimes when I get a chance. But
yeah,
again,
they told me open bar. I said, hey, you had me. I'm
right, exactly. You got me at open bar. So again, the link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top. So please go there and you can find out all the information there. But it's going to be an absolute blast. And I can't tell you who we got coming the first week, but we got players. We got players coming, and we got a pretty big one we're working on. We it isn't totally announced yet or hammered down. So hopefully by maybe Monday I'll be able to tell you who it is sometime next week. But dude, it's gonna be fun. We got that, and then I'm gonna be doing my live show there on Tuesdays, and then me and Richard Skinner are gonna be doing a podcast there with Local 12. Interviewing former Bengal players. That's going to be my show will be at 5:30 to 6:30. So then mine and Skinny's podcast start around 6:30. So not only do we have the pregame experience, we also got the show on Tuesday. And who knows, maybe this guy right here will jump on sometimes and hang out with me on Tuesdays.
Anytime, man. No problem.
Exactly. All right, so now we got the business out the way. And like I said, if you guys want more information, please go to the website. Money Mac, shooter. He got the money, baby. He got the money. This is great. I was not worried that they were going to sign him. Kind of like I'm not worried about them signing Chase. I just hope it happens sometime soon. There are Ace kind of said something about that might be coming soon. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, what's your thoughts of Money Mac there?
I didn't hear anything about it.
He said something on Twitter like, maybe we do his next. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Don't you try to get my boy caught up in something like?
Hey, I'm just
you're gonna get him in a Zim situation. You don't want to do that,
dude. There's only one Zim that could get himself in trouble and out of trouble, and you are the man. So.
I don't know. Some days I still feel like I'm in trouble a little bit. So, but the Money Mac one,
yeah,
awesome. It's a testament to anyone that talks too crazy to us on the internet and says the Bengals are cheap, they're poverty. They did what they had to do in this scenario where you're drafting a kicker and you're saying, hey, we're gonna make this a guy we believe in our scouting, and this guy absolutely pitched a shutout in the playoffs of 2021, going 14 for 14. I think since 2021, he's tied for the lead for the most kicks of 50 yards plus.
Yep.
He also has like a stat line inside the 50 where he's like perfect. This is the real deal. Mm-hmm. This is how deals are supposed to go, nice and smooth. The Burrow deal was really smooth as well, but this is how it should go. You get one of your own. You have faith in your pick, in your scouting. You knock it out the park. You pay him not the highest paid, but you pay him above fair market, and I think it's a really good deal. And I think through the time of it and the totality of the contract, I think he'll get more. You'll get more than your value on it, and I think that's the Bengals' way. And I think people are going to see this roster from year to year is super flexible. Mm-hmm. And so the gray areas that we're having with a lot of players is this a foundational piece? Is this a foundation? I think Money Mac is one of those foundational pieces. He's done everything that he's supposed to do. It's the epitome of what I think it takes to be a Cincinnati Bengal.
I mean, in my lifetime, Jim Breach was the greatest kicker in Bengals history. He's the all-time leading scorer. Money Mac, I think, is going to eventually pass him up there. And, I mean, who can forget Shooter kicking the game-winning field goal in the AFC Championship game in Burrowhead, sending us to the Super Bowl. I mean, come on now. I mean, that's an iconic thing, and we all remember. And, dude, it's such a weapon. If you get to the 50, we can score. Not every team can say that.
Absolutely not, man. You talk about that one. I remember watching this with my son because I didn't go to this game, but that Titans game, him nailing that to send us to the AFC Championship game was a major one for me too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget that because in the back of your mind, you're like, all right, we got past the Raiders. Like that's not, we broke the curse. Maybe it's a good season. We'll pack it up. And I'll never forget the relief when he hit that field goal.
You were at the game.
Well, I was at the Chiefs one, and that was a big one. But the Chiefs one, I'm gonna tell you, man, like that one was a little bit different. When Joe Burrow, remember, I always tell you the story down 21-3, and then and Burrow's dad is like I didn't have doubt in that game. Once I was there, and we started coming back, and Burrow jumped over Chris Jones and did that play. I remember I had like this out of body experience. I was like, we're winning this game in my mind. Like it was set in stone. The Titans one, I feel like was a game though. When Shooter hit that kick, it was okay. We broke the curse with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And then in Jermaine Pratt and all that stuff like that. It wasn't a kick. Mm-hmm. We get to the next round. For the pessimistic Bengal fan, for the person that didn't believe, at that point it was like, yeah, kick this right up your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude. So
that was a big kick. That was a big kick.
That's the game I went to. I was at that game, and I was standing in that end zone watching that ball go through. I would never, ever forget that. And, dude, the Titan fans were so, we're going to beat you. King I'm just going to do this. Yada, yada. You guys haven't won anything yet. Walking out of that stadium, they were some mad mother coming out of that stadium.
Really?
They were pissed. They couldn't believe they lost to us. And, like, dude, and I'll tell you that. And that, I in that game, like, what's when the first one against the Raiders, and then we went to Tennessee, I was nervous. I mean, I always believed in the Bengals, but I was nervous. And once that ball went through that field goal, I just exploded, like, yeah. And it's like all the confidence that I sort of had about this team and how good I thought they were, all like, yes, came to fruition. I'm like, see, this is what I was talking about. See, I told you they're good. Right. I told you, and it's like, and that just gave the confidence of going in to Kansas City and going
the Burrowhead.
Right, the Burrowhead, exactly. That we're going to win. And by the way, everybody gets mad about Burrow. It's a freaking name. It's fun. It's a rivalry. Whatever. Yeah. We're not to do it. It's fine.
I'm just telling you from my experience, though, and like everybody's got their own stories too. I just thought the Titans won, especially when he was getting sacked all those times. Sacked 9 times. 9. So it was so much, like the little bit of nervousness, the little bit of doubt, I feel like went out on McPherson's leg that day. When I remember buying my ticket like a couple of hours after the game, and without a doubt telling like my family, like, hey, look, we're going to the Super Bowl. I immediately started planning for going to SoFi.
Yeah.
And at that point, that was still kind of like a crazy thing for. And I'm not gonna lie, when we were down in the beginning of the Kansas City game, I was like, dang, but it was something weird about that game where I felt like we were almost like destined to win that game. I don't know.
Right. So what got me was Eli Apple when he kept
the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. He kept Tyreek Hill from scoring right going to the half. I'm going,
right.
Oh snap.
That's something. But I'm gonna tell you at the stadium though. They were dancing.
Oh yeah,
they were.
They thought we had no shot, dude.
The game to their eyes in that game. If you're at home and you weren't at that game, mind you, I hate the first Kelsey touchdown. I'll never forget. He pushed off. It was nasty. They were like, yeah, that's what happens when you're at Arrowhead and stuff.
Right,
and I mean, like, and the Bengals fans around me, we were super cool. We were like, all right, we got this, and we were like, it was like this belief I can't really express to people about it. Like, either you got it. It's almost like a religion. It's like either you believe in something or you don't. Exactly. And I believed that day like I've never believed. And when we were down and he got that stop, I remember the Kansas City people dancing, and I remember like Burrow's dad in front of me, and he looked back at me, and I looked at some of the other people and I said, hey, this thing is not over.
Exactly.
This is not over. My phone, I remember everybody messaging me and just saying, hey, what's wrong with your Bengals? Like, isn't that the weirdest thing? I know somebody is watching this right now, and you went through the same thing. How come when the Bengals win, you don't really get those text messages, right?
Right, exactly.
But say that the Bengals lose, and it's not even a team.
It's instant.
It's not even a team that, like, my dad's like a Commanders fan. I got family relatives that are like Eagles fans and like Bears fans and stuff. When we lose games, sometimes they're like messaging me like, yeah, I thought you guys were for real, da-da-da-da. But they never say anything when we win. Am I the only one that goes through that? It's like something. It's some weird thing in the universe, and I feel like that's why me and you, Jeff, are here to like. It's something in the air that I cannot explain about the Cincinnati Bengals that makes people just root against them for no reason. No reason, bro.
Dude, I think I've told you this story before too. So, the year before we went to the Super Bowl, me and my wife, she's from Florida, and the Buccaneers were in the Super Bowl. So we went down and hung out with her family watching the Super Bowl. We didn't go to the game, but we're at my sister-in-law's house watching the game. Anyway, me and my wife went to the fan fair or whatever, and I'm wearing my Burrow white jersey. This is before the whiteout, the original white jersey. Wearing that around. And I think the guy's from Philly because he was wearing a Phillies jersey, so pretty sure he's from Philly. Anyway, I'm just walking around, minding my own business, talking to my wife and my sister-in-law, and all of a sudden I get this guy going, Bengals? Bengals? Why are you wearing the Bengals? I said, because they're good and they're going to win the Super Bowl next year. Whatever. Dude, the next year after we lost the Super Bowl, I went down there and I got so much love, dude. And then for some reason after that, it's flipped. It's flipped again to people are giving us crap about the Bengals. Like, oh, well, you guys are cheap. Oh, you don't have an offensive line. Oh, you don't have this. Oh, you haven't won. Like, dude, I don't get it. But, I mean, yeah, I've been dealing with that. People were hating on the Bengals before we even did anything, you know? And I don't get that stuff.
Man, it's insane, bro. Like, and then when we win, like somebody in the crowd said Natty Ron said, like, and they don't give us any credit, like when we win these games. And I was talking to a Ravens fan the other day. It was like, well, you only won because Lamar wasn't there. I was like, why do people think that the Bengals, like what makes y'all think that y'all would have did anything if Burrow didn't get hurt? Like, I know that the Bengals went 9-8. I know that in hindsight, we could look at it and point to different things that we didn't do well. But I could also do the same thing with the 2021 season, and Burrow went on a run. Yeah, like how do I know in 2023 he doesn't do the same exact thing?
They were starting to the 4 games. Take the Texans game out, but they were starting to get on that run, dude. It was happening, and I said this: Burrow's last throw that when he hurt his wrist was a touchdown, and to take the lead in Baltimore. So, I mean, they were on that. It was happening again. I was telling you, it's happening again. And, Zim, this is what gets me really excited about this year. So far, and I got, knock on wood, knock on everything I got. Yeah, exactly. Burrow is healthy. If he can make it through the whole training camp, he's never had a regular training camp fully healthy, locked and ready to go at the beginning of the season. He's not going to have 4 weeks to ramp up. He's already going to be there week 1. Dude, if I'm another NFL franchise, that scares the crap out of me because you know what Burrow could do when he's locked in. If he's locked in from day 1, Zim, this could be that year that we are the team all year long. That everybody's talking about and everybody's chasing and they can't catch.
They can. I'm going to tell you, though, I don't know where you want to go with the show. You know me and you, we get on here and just we are like the ultimate winger free ballers of Bengals. Like, we could talk Bengals for 24 hours on any subject. But I will tell you this. The trenches currently right now do have me a little concerned. I'm not a person, I don't use the word worry that much because I'm like older now. I don't worry about things. But I am concerned, and I do think that they do need to do some things up front. I think that run defense, I put out a stat earlier today. We weren't the only team that gave up a bunch of run yards. So I'm not even saying that. When I look at the pieces and I look at the scheme and everything like that, I don't know if the Bengals in a close game consistently can stop the run without a DJ Reader like player right there. And that does scare me a little.
I'm with you. Honestly, dude, I am with you on that. That's what I said. But I've also said this with Burrow, if he is locked and loaded at the beginning of the season, this offense takes off like you and me think they can. Dude, they drop 30 on everybody and they get out to fast starts. That's a run.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't want to count on that. I'd rather have DJ Reader there, but that's where we're at.
You know the games that I think it matters though is like in division when you're playing the familiar opponent and the game is close. I don't want to drop back with Burrow 30 plus times playing the Cleveland Browns and giving Myles Garrett all these shots to go get him. I want to be able to run the football. And you know what was very interesting from the joint practice yesterday is that Burrow said the run game was really good. I thought that was important. And then Zach Taylor followed it up and said that we did some really good things in the run game. And we learned what we could do. Kind of going back and saying, you know what, that's on me. We sucked in that Browns game. Burrow wasn't 100%. We should have came out there with a run game. So it was very important for us. A lot of people said, well, why'd y'all practice in the rain? I think they want to know what are the limitations of the offense in the rain. And I think them seeing the run game flourish yesterday was very important for what I think is ultimately going to be a big thing that they have to go get. They have to get 2nd and 3. Yep. They have to get 3rd and 2 running the football, which they haven't done in the last 2 years.
And the other thing that getting that running game going helps play action. See that play action to Trenton Irwin yesterday in the practice? I mean, dude, and it was under center. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so yeah, that goes to exactly what you're saying. We get that run game going, and we're not going to be the Ravens where we run it, 95% of the time or whatever. We just got to run enough, and we have to have explosive plays to make yards and make the yards gain you were talking about. That's all they need to do, really.
Let me ask you this. Natty Ron has another great comment in here. I posed this question on Twitter. Now, Bengals fans, we got a bunch of them in here. I know you guys are watching this. Somebody tell me this. Maybe I'm tripping. Do we remember a game where Burrow had a good rain game? I was thinking about this the other day. Remember the home opener in 22? It was raining periodically. I was there. Yeah. He had four turnovers. He threw for 300 something plus. I thought he was rusty coming off the appendectomy.
Right. I'm trying to think because every time we've had a rain game, he's coming back from something. Like in Cleveland last year, the whole team was awful.
He was, but in a lot of that, we all said, well, he wasn't 100%.
Right.
What if the rain was a big function of why he sucked so bad in that game?
It could be. I don't know. That's a good point. You got me thinking. I honestly can't think of a game.
I posed a question on Twitter. Yeah. Nobody said anything.
But that's where it comes to what you're saying. That's where the running the ball comes into fruition here, where you got to run the ball in these rain games.
There's some quarterbacks that I can remember had some really good rain games. And when you go back to Burrow when he was drafted with the hand size thing, yeah. And then you hear him talk about 3 picks yesterday. And I'm like, you get into a game, we could be the stuff, we could be the big dogs, but you come out there and it's a little rain or something. Right. I'm nervous, because now I'm like, bro, you know what, dog? Maybe Burrow sucks in the rain. Like, this is kind of crazy. It's right. And I brought up the thing. Somebody said something about it. And I said, well, he played good in the snow. That's a form of precipitation.
Yeah. He played, in the Buffalo game. Oh, dude, he played awesome.
Yeah, he played awesome. Yeah. And somebody else, a former player. Now me, and this is the crazy thing about me. I played football all the way until I got to the 11th grade. I broke my ankle. I never played again. I was okay. It wasn't whatever.
Right.
But I never really remember playing a snow game. So I can't even give people. I remember it was like flurries in a couple games that we had, but never like snow. And so somebody in the comment section was like, yeah, snow very different, bro. Like in the snow, you could do this, you could do. It was like, that's not even the same comparison. I was like, I played in the rain before. I played defense or whatever. I played corner, but it didn't affect me. I didn't think about it. I was young. I didn't care.
Right.
Like back then, I didn't give a damn. But
you were young, dumb, and full of, well, you know what?
Yeah. I was all of that and then some, bro. So like, I wasn't thinking about none of that. So it is interesting to bring up that. And I thought, the run game, though, it does need to be a big portion of what they do this upcoming season. I do think because it goes hand in hand with respecting what Burrow does throwing the football. So if they're running the football, consistently, then a lot of the things that we want to do, I think they open up.
Right. I want to get a shout. Thanks, Dustin, for the $5 super chat. He said, can we dream of Dunlap/Atkins 2.0? Chase and T both extend. I would melt like a chocolate chip cookie dough waffle cone in the Utah heat. Look,
it pisses me off, man.
I would love it. I'm hoping. Zim, I've kind of come to the point. I don't think they're going to sign him, but maybe I'm wrong. But it just doesn't seem like it.
Can I say, watching them? I'm not trying to move ahead in their schedule, but watching them unveil the uniforms today, and watching, Burrow, Chase, and T, it's like. Hello.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what? Like, we're going to use these guys for the head of our marketing and everything. And I'm not even really saying the Chase one because really he doesn't have to get paid right now. Like, he's still got 2 years
they literally don't have to do anything. I mean, they don't.
They don't. And I think it makes no sense to wait. But
right, I think it's just going to cost you more money in the long run.
It's going to cost you more money.
Right.
And then you got, I posted this clip of TJ Houshmandzadeh this morning just talking about like the detriment in the things that could happen from a team chemistry standpoint. All it takes is Jamar walking around the locker room on a bad day one day, be like, yeah, they don't pay people. Like saying something like that, and then you're throwing out like because you got this disgruntled guy. And then when I think about the whole team, I think that the quarterback is the most important position, but arguably Jamar Chase might be the best player on your team.
No, yeah.
So at no function do you ever want him like not right. And then they just consistently just the I don't know if the media guy that does all this stuff is thinking about this when he posted.
Right.
But it does kind of irritate me. Like, I honestly would have rather them bring out McPherson and Burrow and just had them unveil the uniforms.
Right.
Don't throw in Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase standing like this, like they're solidified. So on one hand, you're saying like this is a part of our future, and we know this. These are the best 3 guys on the team. They're the best 3 players on the team.
Oh,
we can downplay T. Higgins all we want. Those are the best 3 players on our team.
Zim, he's about to ball out.
Trey Hendrickson, I'm tripping.
Yeah, but T's about to ball out. T's about to ball out this year. Dude.
I think so too.
He is looking so good in practice. I'm telling you, man. He's looking every bit of a number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
And one thing, we'll roll back a little bit here too. Remember Civil War? You remember that little thing you guys did? And we were on the Uno side, just saying. I know Mims is hurt now, but. And I'm not going to take credit for this. So I can't remember if it was Paul Dieter Jr. or Skinny. Somebody said this, and I never thought about it. But with us drafting Mims and how good he has looked, now like I said, he's hurt. But if he's as good as we think he is, we got Uno, and we got our right tackle. A couple years later, but we still got him. So again, just toot on you and me, saying, dude, I think they did the right thing.
I do too. But I will say this: instead of Jackson Carman, you know the key part of the whole team chase thing to me is the amount of talent that was there. And we went up against one of those guys, Tevin Jenkins, yesterday. Mm-hmm. So if y'all remember in that draft, one of the key things of me having that and bringing analytics and bringing Hugh Jackson and bringing Elise Jesse and bringing PFF and all these different people that we had on the panel, including Strawberry Ice right here. We had all these different people to give people all these different perspectives and information. And the number one thing that I kept on coming back to is you don't have to get Penei Sewell because the amount of talent that is there in the second round.
Right.
The part that they messed up on is the Jackson Carman pick in conjunction with it, because you're right, Amarius Mims now, yes, but they really like I was looking at guys like Sam Cosmi, who is really good for the Commanders right now. Mm-hmm. You had guys like Creed Humphrey, Landon Dickerson. Mm-hmm. A lot of these guys ended up being all pros, and the Bengals had a chance to go get them. Jamar Chase and and as fans, we all now there are a couple guys like Leatherwood that have fizzled out and they suck.
That was the guy I liked, was Leatherwood. That was
Leatherwood.
Him. Yeah.
Eichenberg was another one. Dylan Radins. I remember that draft. I had to study it so crazy because at the time Burrow tore up his leg, and they're like, "Yeah, who's this weird guy saying we should get a wide receiver? We need to get offensive line." So I knew I had to be on my game. So I was on it, bro. And I'll never forgive them for getting Jackson Carman instead of those guys. But to be optimistic to your point, it does work out now because now you have like this big time. I think to me he's the best wide receiver in football. Like I really do. I think him and Justin Jefferson are 1A, 1B. I agree. Terry Hill I respect a lot. I just don't think he does all the stuff that Jamar Chase does. That's just my opinion of it.
I agree with you. I mean, Tyreek is fast as hell, but like especially this.
He's not high pointing a football like Jamar Chase. He's not throwing people off of him like Jamar Chase.
And the thing that's I'm excited about this year is I love Tyler Boyd. This is no Tyler Boyd shade, but with him not being the slot, Uno could play slots. Gesicki can play slot. I think they're going to move Jamar Chase around a lot more this year than they have, and that excites the hell out of me.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Matty Meyer over there. I see my guy, Jackpot Joey in here. What's up, my guy?
Exactly.
But man. Yeah, I'm really excited. The Burton one, I hope the Bengals don't overthink this, because I'm going to tell you right now, when you see a guy dominate, I saw somebody tell me this yesterday. They were like, Burton, I mean, that was just against third stringer. Yeah, he was the best player out on the field.
Them.
If the guy is dominating, when Antonio Brown was in college, I thought the same thing. I remember watching Corey Davis in college, same thing. If a guy's playing at a smaller school or lesser than talent like Burton is, and he's absolutely dominating, he might be a guy. And I think that the Bengals might be overthinking this a little bit if they're still putting him like third string. Burton should stop. Burton should start tomorrow night. Burton should. They should stop doing this weird stuff and not giving them the key.
One thing I was talking to Richard Skinner, and he said that I noticed that Burton has not been in the slot a lot. Where it's
I don't want him in the slot.
I know. I'm just saying that my point is, going from college to the NFL, there is a big jump as far as knowing your position, all that stuff. But to what you're saying, yes, put him on the outside and let him go get the ball. And that's what he did Saturday night. And, dude, I'm here for it. I think that's what they're going to do. And I completely agree with that. If he doesn't start tomorrow, I don't know why he wouldn't, to be honest. I have no idea.
I don't get it. Paul Dehner Jr. said, and somebody tell me if y'all can find this clip. He had a post this morning I saw and said that Burrow said, yeah, he's got to get back in the playbook. I didn't hear that quote. And
about Burton? He said that about Burton? Oh, wrong. Well, see, that's kind of what Skinny was saying as far as why they took him out of the slot, and they're just putting him out there, that maybe he's not getting it or something. I don't know. I have heard that. So
the way that listen, Burton, I did an interview with the guys at PFF, and one of the guys there is the biggest Burton fan you'll ever see. He thought Burton should have got drafted in the first round.
Oh.
Steve Palazzolo is who I interviewed. I interviewed him about a month ago. I think he left PFF since then. But either way,
right.
He was talking about how, as far as like a deep threat in college football, mind you, Burton didn't drop one pass in the whole 2023 season.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Burton had a better yards after 20 yards plus, had a better reception rate than guys in the draft like Marvin Harrison Jr. Mm-hmm. He had a better reception rate, EPA per play over guys or on the same level as like CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase, on the same level on like those scatter charts and stuff that they do. This guy is very special on the outside, and I really feel like Zach was really excited about Burton on draft night, because the Bengals, if you really think about it, they tried to go get a Cody Core. They tried to get a Josh Malone. They've been looking for speed consistently on the outside since Marvin Jones. Mm-hmm. And so Jamar Chase is fast. T. Higgins is not a burner. He's a high point guy.
Yeah.
So this concept that teams have been doing us they've been guarding us easy because they've had Tyler Boyd in the slot, and then you're like, okay, we'll just double the outsides.
Right.
If you had a third guy that could take the top off the defense, I don't care where you line up Jamar Chase, the safety now can't play it the same way. So are you going to take the singled up matchup? And on Saturday, you saw that. The team said, we're going to take the one-on-one with Burton. And then the Bengals said, yeah, we're going to cook that every single time. And can you imagine a week somebody comes in and says, man, we got to give help, safety help over there to Burton.
Good luck.
Now you got Jamar Chase underneath one-on-one with a linebacker, a slot, whatever. A slot corner. We don't care.
Right.
At that point, now so Burton, to me, on the outside, he might have 400 or 500 yards. Him just taking the top off, running go routes. I don't care if he knows the playbook. I really think that they're overthinking this, bro.
Well, it might be, and you might be right on overthinking. It's also when Burrow says that stuff. It's to me he I won't say he doesn't trust him. I don't want to say that, but it's kind of leaning that way because I've said that on here that Burrow has mentioned Yoshivas and he's mentioned Chuck Jones, how good they've gotten. If you get mentioned in a good way for Burrow, that means he's trusting you. If you get mentioned saying you got to get your head to playbook, I'm not saying Burrow doesn't trust him, but it makes me lean that way that maybe he doesn't trust him as much. But it's the beginning of the season. He can still get there. And like you said, look what they did Saturday. Put him on a go route, and he cooked him. So I hope, and I don't see any reason why he would, because the starters aren't going to start. Burton should be out there playing as much as he can, put him on a go route, and go get the ball. And like I said, dude, just if you got Burton and T on the outside and Jamar on the inside, dude, who you going to cover? Who are you going to double? Who? You can't.
You think about it. Jamar Chase would be, I would put, look, CD Lamb, Puka Nacua. I came on your show and told, I said that. I retweeted the clip the other day. Puka Nacua, CD Lamb, Justin Jefferson. The reason why they're so high up in receptions, fantasy football, yards, and all that stuff is because they moved to the slot. Right. The Bengals go and get Riscotti from the Vikings because he watched Justin Jefferson move to the slot. Yep. So what do people think that we're going to do right now? Try to get like some Tyler Boyd replacement? No, it's to move Jamar Chase to the slot. And what do you get every single week? You get them lined up against your third best corner. If your best corner does come and travel to the inside, okay, now you have a lesser than corner on the outside with T. Higgins or Burton or Yoshi.
Or Yoshi, yeah.
Or Charlie Jones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the process. This is how those teams got so much production from those players that I named. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's the plan. And somebody just reminded me too. Remember, Burton had got that pass, and then Jamar Chase and Zach Taylor were like,
"Yeah, monster.
We created a monster."
Right, exactly.
And to see like, I've seen Goodberry, I've seen Daner all say, yeah, like wide receiver 6'7". Daner said that Eric is going to have more reception yards than Burton, and I'm like, that's not a crazy take, but who is telling these people that Burton isn't like Burton talent wise? And it's so sad about what happened to Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Because as a collective unit, us fans, we understand that. We don't understand everything. I don't know why they didn't play Chris Evans all that much.
Zim, we've talked about that how many times? I will never understand that because, dude, when he did play, he made plays. Why?
But don't you feel like that's the same thing that they're trying to do to Burton right now?
I'm hoping not. I that you're saying that. I swear.
It scares me, bro.
Yeah,
it scares me.
I mean, the thing is, they're getting a lot of love from Yoshi Wash, which I think Yoshi's going to have a really good breakout year this year too. But he ain't got the speed like Burton, so that's where I'm like, I've been telling everybody this. I think Yoshi's going to be wide receiver number 3 at least at the beginning of the year. You know, and I do think Burton. I don't see why they wouldn't use Burton. I mean, it's just crazy to think that they won't. And another crazy thing, I saw him on kickoff returns. Mm-hmm. How you like to see him back there receiving some punts or some kickoffs, dude?
I don't. I rather them have Trent Irwin back there. Like,
man, but if he gets the ball in his hand, he can take it to the house, dude. That's a game changer. That's a game changer right there.
I think Burton.
The way the kickoff is now that's an actual play again.
I think Burton is our new T. Higgins, bro. I'm very high on Burton. I'm very high. I feel like Trent Irwin. I think sometimes in life people overthink things, and I think sometimes you go with what you know. And I think we know what Trent Irwin is. Like, I think he's a very dependable wide receiver. I think he's short-handed. I think he knows where he's going to be. But I also saw him in the AFC Championship game when Tyler Boyd went out, and he was a non-factor after they were like, yeah, we're going to lock this dude up. And they put one of their best corners on them, and he eliminated him from a game. So then we had double team on the outside. And to me, Burton and Yoshi represent something very different where you can't defend us. And I just don't feel like Trent Irwin gives you that. And I think that they might make that mistake. And to an extent, they kind of did that with Mixon a little bit. Like, now I know Chase Brown got hurt, but I love Mixon to death, but there's no reason that they should have had Mixon taking 90% of the carries. Like, right. And you got a Chris Evans that when you have seen him. You know what I was watching last night? As crazy as it sounds.
What's that?
A wheel route. I found this website that showed all the plays that the Bengals missed in the Super Bowl.
God. Why would you torture yourself like that, Zim?
I'm weird like that.
God.
It is a disgusting sight. Anybody with the link, I'll send it to you. But the dude,
you're really pissed off. Go watch this.
It's a whole website though. It's a whole website. So it's a whole breakdown. Right. I forgot the guy's name. It's so good. It's so good. If you Google it, it might just pop up. But in there, it's Chris Evans on the wheel route. Could have been like a 60-yard pass. It's so many different plays that people forget about, and it's a lot of guys that have talent that they don't really give they don't give a good shot to. Sometimes we just saw Andrew Billings yesterday for the Bears he had a career year last year. Y'all remember when he was with the Bengals and everybody was like he sucked? Mm-hmm. He's one of the best noses in football now.
Right.
Do people realize that? I feel like Deontay Smith as a prospect was a really good prospect.
Not only that, he's a really good dude, man. I've met him. I felt awful for him, dude. And yeah, I think I agree with you. I think he's a very good prospect. And I was
long arms.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna make the team. I kind of said that he might him and Chris Evans might be cuts because that's what a lot of the beat writers and stuff have said. But now that brings me to my other point here is, and I kind of said this all offseason, that I am concerned about our interior line depth. You know, not our tackles, by the way. Our tackles are going to be fine. But the interior line depth. Where are you at on that?
I'm not in a good spot either.
Yeah.
I feel like I honestly feel like it's just two pieces to me. It's like it's a guard with tackle, experience. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I think Matt Lee, is going to be fine, and I think that's your center. Yeah. So, or that should be your backup center.
Your backup center, yeah. How do you feel about Hall at guard? Because he can play center and guard, which I think there's a good possibility. Now that Deontay Smith is definitely out, he's hurt.
You said Hall?
Yeah, the center we drafted out of Georgia.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Hill.
Hill. My bad. Hill. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, I think Trey Hill sucks.
See, that's the thing. It's like he's most likely could be on the team now. He's been.
I'm gonna tell y'all really want to see Trey Hill. The one time he got in was that Lions game. He almost got Joe Burrow killed.
Right.
I remember I got married on that. It was October 17th. All right, but what I was gonna say is I think that they should get a guard with some tackle experience. And then they need just a straight up tackle. Like they need another guy because of Deontay Smith. Like you need another body. I think next week when we go into that preseason game, mm-hmm. they should be playing all backups and it should be nobody I've ever even heard of. They should just load up the roster with a whole bunch of, guys you never heard of because we're now at the point where we just need to go into week one healthy. So it is what it is.
So I'm curious about it because I'm kind of curious if they are going to play the Stars at least a series right before, because that's the way it used to be. The last
you would do that?
No. I didn't say I would do that. I'm curious if they would. Honestly, dude, the way things have been going, I'm like, just get to the season. Let's
get him out of here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Once he did the joint practice in the rain, which is super risky.
I was like, dude, there's part of me going, should they really be practicing? I'm like, But then when Zach had a point though, he goes, we didn't do so good in Cleveland, so I understand that. But 2 hours in the port, you cut that down a little bit, make it a little shorter.
Man, that's super risky, bro. It is what it is. I mean, come on, 2 guys lost for the season in that same practice.
Right, exactly.
So patella tendons for Chris Evans and Deontay Smith. So prayers up to them. Hope they get back ready, soon. But that might be Chris Evans. That might be it.
Yeah, it might be it for both of them. To be honest,
you had Gunther retire.
What was that? That was shocking. I thought he had a shot to make the team. I'm like, I'd love to know why he retired.
Someone told me that his mom had cancer when he was in college, and they think that it might be related to like him helping out his family and stuff too. So
I had her on the show. She did have cancer in college.
Oh, you had her on the show?
Yeah, like
you're the man, Ice.
2 years ago, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had her on. She's awesome. But yeah, he's a really good.
I interviewed Deontay Smith before too, bro. We've been cranking out some content, bro. I tell you that.
Zim, we're here, dude. We're here.
Yeah, yeah. But the whole question about playing guys, like, I'm not interested. I don't need to see anymore, bro.
I mean, the thing is, like people keep putting it there, like, oh, you got to play the Stars, Which I think they have to play the Stars. They played them. The more important thing is Joe Burrow is having a fully healthy and as of right now, full training camp. He's never had that before. That to me is more. The practice reps are more important than playing the games because it's a preseason game. You can't simulate game speed. You just can't. It's not. I mean, it'll help a little bit. They already had their one drive or whatever and went down and scored. Cool.
Right.
Go sit down. Go sit down. Let the other guys who need to make the team or try to make the team, let them play.
Right. What do you think about the Trent Brown stiffness in the back? Before then, that he had, that the reason why he wasn't out there before, he had stiffness in his calf.
Yeah, it's that is concerning. I'm not gonna lie, that is concerning because it reminds me of crud. Who's the right tackle we got from the Cowboys?
Suafield?
No. The crud. What is it?
La'el Collins.
Yeah, La'el Collins. Yeah, it kind of sounds like him because he didn't practice. He always had some back stiffness or calf stiffness or something. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it concerns me because Mims isn't. I mean, even if he's ready by week 1, I don't think he's going to start. What's your thoughts on how he was playing? Because honestly, I thought Mims before he got hurt was going to start. I've seen him. He is a mountain of a man, and he's just locking dudes down.
I think that guy's the real deal, man. I just, it is what it is, man. Like, he said he didn't understand the whole injury, conversation around him. Mm-hmm. But, he had the tightrope surgery, which a lot of people have had. Like, yeah. I mean, the names on that list are endless. So I'm not really worried about that. He wasn't raw, just not that much experience. But, man, that one of the things that I was saying is I wanted to play Amarius the whole preseason.
Right.
Just to get him through it, get the experience. But that was under the assumption that Trent Brown would be available. Right. And so now we're in a weird spot, man. Yeah. So I don't have answers for that one, Jeff.
I don't either. And think what's even scarier, let's just say Trent Brown for some reason can't go week 1. Who's your starting right tackle?
I think it's Cody Ford.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm not okay with, but I'm a little more up on him than I was last year. I think he did all right. But that's still scary.
I tell you what, I'm glad we're not opening up against the Browns. I'll tell you that.
Right, exactly.
Going up against a Patriots that just traded away Judon.
Right. I'll take it. So I want to announce this again for people who have maybe showed up late to the party. If you have, where the hell you been at? We are having a pregame party, Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreline House pregame experience before each and every Bengals home game. It's going to be 3 hours before the Bengals home game. I'm going to be there. Zim's going to be there a couple times. We're going to be having a lot of fun down there. You're going to have a buffet of of Moreline House food, delicious Moreline beer, access to some Bengals players that are going to be there, which we got a list, but I can't tell you yet. We're still teasing that. Zim's going to be there on occasion. Bengals captain's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to have a DJ. It's going to be a freaking party. Now, it does cost a little bit. You have to go to the website that's right here. And it's also pinned to the top of the YouTube comment section. It's Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreline, Lager House, the pregame experience. Go down there, get you some tickets. They're going to go quick. I'm telling you, they're going to go quick. This is going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of cool people there. It's going to be a pregame party. You know how much me and Zim have fun on the show. Just think of how much fun we can have when we're live. And we ain't got no filter. We're live. We ain't got no filter. We're going to be saying how we really feel. Not that we don't anyway. We got a DJ. And like I said, this is going to be kicking off our Super Bowl run there. You know,
it sounds like I'm going to have to be like your chaperone over there.
Why?
Do y'all hear her? He's like, yeah, we're gonna get live and we're unfiltered. He's ready to get toasted. I'm just trying to have a good time with the people. We're gonna have a couple drinks and I gotta be on all cylinders for the game now.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. I will not be toasted because I gotta MC this thing. So me being up on stage and acting like a fool is not gonna happen. But it's gonna be an absolute blast, and I cannot wait. And I thanks to Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell and Moreline Lager House for providing this. I get a portion of the proceeds go to the charities. It's going to be multiple different charities. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please make sure you guys go check out the website and get your tickets now. Like I said, they're going to go fast. All right, so we got the Bears and the Bengals tomorrow at 1:00. I really don't think. Do you think any starters are going to play? I don't think any starters. I mean, for the Bears, I don't think any of their starters are going to play.
Oh no, I heard that they are playing starters.
Oh really? Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'd be interesting then.
I would love now on our end. You know that Zach said DJ Turner and Dax Hill are going to play now.
Ooh. All right. Hey, how you feeling about Dax? I like what I'm seeing, dude. I'm liking it. What do you got? What do you got about Dax?
I like Dax. I thought yesterday in the practice, the structured practice, I saw a couple plays where he did get burnt up. DJ Moore got him like on one of them.
Right.
But the Bears have one of the best wide receiving corps in the National Football League. I think they're for real. They're no joke. So that's why I want to see him out there. I think Dax Hill is going to win the spot. I think DJ Turner. I think if we don't if we don't see any extension from Mike Hilton, which I think should be like a 1-year extension, but let's say that they don't. I think that they should start grooming DJ Turner to play the slot. I think that will be the nickel corner. You took him in the second round, high draft pick. I think the only reason why Mike Hilton hasn't been extended because you got all these corners, and I think Newton potentially could be an outside corner, like at a later date or whatever, however you want to do it. But right now, I think that they should be getting DJ Turner. He's a little undersized. I thought he got bullied against the Steelers when we played George Pickens last year. Mm-hmm. That was one of my concerns of him coming into the league is like going up against a DK Metcalf, a George Pickens. That he can't do that. Like can't tell a Brick can. Mm-hmm. Dax Hill can. He has a size. So we just need to see what's going on with that. But I'm very interested in seeing that matchup. And I think Dax Hill wins it. But I think I would love for the Bears to play their starting wide receivers, even if they don't play Caleb.
Exactly. Now, question: how does my mic sound? People are saying that sounds low. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. I backed up. I thought it was just maybe my mic was too loud, so I just turned mine down a little bit.
I turned it up again, so hopefully people can hear me because that's one thing I don't like about this microphone I have. I can't hear myself, so I can hear you, but I can't hear myself. So
I backed mine up a little bit because I just took it as like, well, maybe I'm too loud. Sometimes I yell and I'm like,
come on, Tim, you never yell. I'll tell me, I never yell. I don't know what you're talking about. But all right, so back to Dax Hill. Honestly, dude, I really do think that he and Kenny Britt are going to be our starting corners eventually. I don't know if Dax is going to be there week 1, but I've been very pleasantly surprised of how Dax has played. And there's been reports, some fans are like, oh, he's gotten burnt. Like I have not seen him get burnt once. He's gotten beat, and you're going to get beat.
Yeah.
I mean, T. Higgins goes over the top of you, you're going to get beat. I mean, that's just the way it is. But he's right there, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. He's right there.
He's always right there.
He's always right there. He's in the right spot every time. So I don't want to hear this crap that he's getting beat. Like, he's going to be good. I think this is a better position for him. Because two things he likes to do, which Ludini said this. He likes to cover, and he likes to blitz. Welcome to the cornerback.
Right. I think, and the other thing, too, is think about it. We went a whole season with Eli Apple and went to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Dax Hill is better than Eli Apple.
Oh, absolutely. And so that's where I'm not worried about
like, sign me up. Like, I'm ready to go. Dude, I'm not worried about a secondary as much. I feel like the safety.
Our secondary is going to be fine. I am not worried about that at all, to be honest.
The one thing that can get them in trouble, and Cam Taylor-Britt was talking about this yesterday. He was talking about the communication on the back end and all these different things. The one thing that I thought wore our secondary down last year is that they were asked to help out and run support way too much. Yes. And Cam Taylor-Britt got himself hurt. And I remember, I forgot, I think it was after the Titans game. It was another game that he had. And I was like, oh my God, he's not trying to tackle. It was right before he got hurt. I forgot what game that was, but he got hurt in the game trying to tackle.
Right.
And it asked them to tackle too many. There are going to be teams that are going to make your cornerbacks tackle. When you play the Ravens, they block it up. Mm-hmm. They take out your edge to make sure that they funnel the run to the outside and make your corner come up and run support and get themselves a one-on-one. It's going to be Derrick Henry going up. That's what they're going to do.
Right.
And that's what the Browns did with Nick Chubb. That's what they do to make sure that they get bigger yards. So that's one thing. But on a week-to-week base, you can't have your corners ending up the game as one of your leading tacklers.
Right.
And that to me is the difference between a lot of teams be like, man, we're going to lock down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I'm like, sure, but let's say you lock them down. You think that you're going to consistently for 4 quarters get a ball thrown at Jamar Chase and he's not going to shed a tackle, break a tackle? Like, there's more than just covering to the cornerback position. In the tackling aspect of it, I think if we could remove that from our secondary, from our corners.
Right.
Did you see Battle out there trying to kill people? Yeah, Battle out there killing people. You got Geno Stone. Hot take here. I don't think he's Jesse Bates.
He's close.
But when the ball is in the air, there's a guy that was second in the National Football League in interceptions. He's going to go. Dejon Anthony, yeah. Dejon is that same type of ball hawking guy. When the ball goes, they have a knack for getting to it, and they figure out ways to get over to go get the ball. Battle was trying to kill you when the ball is. There were 2 with the Dax Hill play. He used that outside leverage, and he pushed it, and he used the corner, and he pushed the wide receiver to it, and Battle almost knocked his head off. They did it again like the next drive. Battle almost knocked his head off. And then you're going to have Von Bell out there. You got Tyson Anderson out there in the wing. I'm not worried about the secondary. Like, people saying that, I don't think understand like how our secondary, Lou Anarumo, if he gets a lead, oh my God. Yeah. Geno Stone, if the Bengals lead, you put this on tape. If the Bengals are leading any of these games, like all of these games, like they're favored in 14 out of 17 games, if they're leading in that many games going down, like in this whole entire season, Geno Stone will lead the NFL in interceptions. I promise you. The Lou Anarumo defense, that's what it's made on. It's making quarterbacks look pedestrian. They went the 2022 season only allowing 1 300-yard passer. And it wasn't because we had all pros all over the place. It's predicating on having a lead. That's why in 2023, the secondary starts to get exposed because they're in these spots where now you're in this tight game. You got miscommunication on the back end and all that stuff like that, and you got no run support. And so if they can shore that up front, I have no problem with them. And Burrow coming back and getting the ball to Burton, and we can score some points. And then I think it's easy. But if they got to play from behind and stuff, this defense is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because they're not the Browns All Pro. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, they're not that. It's predicated on scheme and guys like doing what they got to do, and then utilizing their assets of their skill sets and Geno Stone's, and that's getting picks. He's not going to drop picks.
And dude, it's funny. I know you got to go. I'll get you out of here on this, but it's funny how you and me are on the same wavelength. I said the same thing. I said Geno Stone is not Jesse Bates, but cover wise, he is. Tackling, no, he's not. But cover wise, he's legit.
Remember everybody was down on Bates for tackling too.
Right. So I mean, I said we got as close to Jesse Bates as we can get, I think, in Geno Stone. Anyway, I know you got to go, dude. You got to get your son. Plug some stuff before I let you go. And as always, Zim, I can't wait to see you hanging out with me at the Moreline house, dude. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm gonna have a ball with you, man. I hope everybody's checking that out and they go to the website and go check out that and go get a ticket, come hang out, have a drink, take a picture, shake my hand. Aside from that, me and my partner Ace do a show on Cincinnati Pod. On Twitter, it's Cincinnati instead of Cincinnati. Just put a W in front of it, Cincinnati Pod. On Twitter, Instagram, and then, of course, me, I'm Zim Who Dey. It's the same on Twitter and Instagram, ZimWhoDey.com. Go get your Slim Shiesty shirts and your merch and all that good stuff, too. I got some really, really good merch on there, too. So go check out ZimWhoDey.com.
And it's a whole lot of orange, too.
Whole lot of orange. You ain't even talk about that damn uniform.
I know, we never got to it.
The uniforms are fire.
Dude, I love the all orange. I like the orange and black, the orange pants and black jersey. I love the all orange. I've been wanting that for a while. Dude, I'll get you back on again. We'll talk about that next time.
Well, I come on here so often, bro. Like it ain't nothing. We'll be back. We'll get it back, and then you'll come back on our show. We'll work it out.
Sounds good, brother.
I see all the comments too. I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. I think we got the best community in the world. Make sure y'all keep on. If you disagree with somebody, just know that we're all going to celebrate on Main Street.
Oh,
and don't even trip. Don't even trip. If you're like, man, why does dude always forget all that? At the end of the day, we're all human. We're going to disagree on some certain things, but we all going to turn up and we're going to unify on Main Street at our championship parade.
And dude, what I always say, everybody can disagree, but we all can still be friends. It's all right to disagree. It's called life of being human beings, brother. It's all good.
Just give somebody a cyber hug, just like this.
Yeah. All right, Zim, take it easy, brother. Who Dey?
All right, bro. Who Dey?
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Zim is the man. That's my dude. Go check out him and Ace. I already know you guys do. They got more followers than I do, but they're awesome dudes, and I appreciate Zim coming on. Oh man, I can't wait till the season starts. But thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on ZTV Online, Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all those, along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Now, one thing I want to talk about this again because I am so excited about this. Again, I'll just bring it up this way. The Moorline Lager House. I will be there. It's going to be the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moorline Lager House pregame experience. This is the website. The link is in the chat. You can go there and you can get tickets. We're going to be there 3 hours before the game. We will have former Bengals are going to be there. I got a list of them. I'm just teasing you right now. Can't tell you who they are, but it's going to be awesome. I can tell you one of them. Corey Dell's going to be there. I guarantee that because he's coming with me, so he's going to be there a couple times. Get your tickets right there. If you see the green, just click on that. Get your tickets there and come join the fun. It's going to be an absolute blast. Again, it is the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moorline Lager House. The pregame experience. It's going to be, I'm so happy to be working with Mercedes-Benz and so happy to be working with Zim. Joey Cook's going to be there. Local 12, Skinny and I are going to be doing on Tuesdays. I'll be doing my live show there on Tuesdays, starting at 5:30. Skinny and I will be doing a Local 12 podcast. I don't know if it's going to be the Skinny podcast or we're going to have a different name for it, but it's going to be there at 6:30. We'll be doing interviews with former and maybe some current Bengal players there. It's going to be an awesome, awesome experience. So it's not one but two things. Show up there on Tuesday nights. Show up there before every Bengals home game. Sundays, Mondays, Sunday night, Thursday night, we are going to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. Again, it's Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moorline Lager House pregame experience. Get your tickets now. Come have some fun. Also, do me a favor. Go out 275. Go get you some chicken wings from the best chicken wings around. Best barbecue around, I always say. It's Midwest best barbecue. And I always ask the same question. Have you tried it yet? And if not, why the hell not? Get out there. Get you some Dillinator wings, some CTB wings, some Uno, some G-Funk. When Tim makes this chili, it is delicious. Again, that's Midwest best barbecue. When you get out there, tell them I sent you. Also, if you guys are in the market for windows and doors, I highly, highly recommend Meyer Windows and Doors. You can check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, awesome looking windows, easy to clean. Saves you some money on the heat, saves you some money on the air. Again, go check out Meyer Windows and Doors. Awesome. Well, West Side peeps, you're looking for a place to go watch the game. If you don't have a ticket, go down to Hail Mary's. Your ticket to the game, right in the heart of Cheviot. They got free parking, big ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks. It's an awesome place. Again, that's Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Now, tomorrow, if you guys are looking for a place to go watch the game, I will be down at the Moorline Lager House. I'm going to watch the game. I'll be down there. Well, the game's at like 1 o'clock, so I might get down there like 12, 12:30, somewhere around there. No pregame experience or anything. Just come and hang out. If you guys are curious as to where it's going to be at, I can show you where it's going to be at. It's going to be on the other side of the bar. It's going to be awesome. So just come out, have a drink, have some fun, and let's go watch the Bengals beat the Bears. And if they don't win, it's no big deal. It's preseason. It's just supposed to be fun. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Is it football yet? You smell that? It smells like football. I can't wait. Ready? Throw it up. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
They still gotta play us. Let's go, baby. Woo!
Hey, don't run that ball on the one hover. Showed you how that go down. Feeling like like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. We always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Jaceki in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi's second year and we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.